Welcome to Vlogmas! Hey guys, so obviously today is the first of Vlogmas. I'm so excited that Christmas is kind of like just around the corner. I've been looking forward to this for so long. If you've been following my channel or even both of my channels for a while now, you probably know that I do Vlogmas every single year. I think I've done Vlogmas 3, maybe even 4 times. The first one was on my main channel. I think even maybe the first 2 years were on my main channel, and then I created my vlog channel, so since then they've been on this channel. So of course this year I want to be doing Vlogmas again. However, the one thing that has changed this year is I am now a full-time teacher, and no rest for the wicked. In December, school is still going. High schools mostly finish at the start of December, but primary schools keep going through most of December. So I'm actually not going to have as much time on my hands as I normally do in December. Last year I was studying and my study was pretty much finished, I think, in December, and the 2 years before that I was working at a high school, so I was still doing a little bit of work, but it wasn't full on at all. But this year, it really is still full on in December. So what I'm going to do this year to make it a little bit easier on me, and also so that the videos aren't super boring for you guys, is I'm going to do, I think, weekly videos, kind of the same way I did Vlogtober. So each week there'll be a Vlogmas video for you. There might possibly be extra ones like in the weekends. If I get up to a little bit more in the weekend, I might post just a 2-day vlog and then a weekly like 5-day vlog kind of thing. So we're gonna have to play it by ear a little bit and see what I get up to during the month. But I didn't want you to have to wait a week to get the first Vlogmas video. So that's what this video is, and that's why this is up on the 1st of December. I'm actually pre-filming this. It is currently November the 24th, I think, so like a week ahead of time. It's going to be a bit of a haul of all the Christmas things that I've picked up. I am going to be buying more in December, but I feel like I've got most of the basics now. By the way, if you are new to my channel, this is my first year having like my own kind of house that I'm able to decorate for Christmas, because up until the start of this year, Jonathan and I were living with his family. So the last couple of years I've actually got a little tree that I've put in our bedroom, but I've really only had the space of one bedroom to decorate, and there's not a lot you can do when you've got 2 people's things squished into one room. This year we have a house, all our stuff is spread out, we've got so much more space, so I'm very excited this year to actually be able to decorate the way I want to for Christmas. But obviously, like, your first year decorating a house for Christmas when you have basically nothing, it can get very expensive. So at the moment I've kind of started with the big things. So I've got my tree, I've got the very bare minimum at the moment. So there will be more coming, but I'm going to show you what I've picked up so far. So I hope you enjoy today's haul video and also the rest of my Vlogmas videos, which will be coming even if they are not every day. And yeah, let's get into the haul. Oh, also the other reason I wanted to film this video now is because I'm planning on decorating my classroom for Christmas tomorrow, like Monday, and I've picked up a couple of things that are for my classroom rather than for the house, so I wanted to be able to show you those in this video as well, just to give you like some ideas, because I'm doing my classroom like really cheap, because obviously like they're kids, they're gonna kind of like do silly things, like they're gonna bat at the decorations and things like that. So I'm doing my classroom really cheap. So if you are on like a super tight budget for Christmas, maybe this will give you some ideas as well. And obviously I'm taking it into school tomorrow, so if I wanted to be able to show you what I bought, then I needed to film today. So for my classroom, I have picked up a Christmas tree. This was $10 from Kmart, and it is a 6-foot tree. I thought I was going to be spending so much more than this on a tree. It didn't necessarily need to be a 6-foot tree. Like, I was happy with a slightly shorter one, like maybe a 4-foot tree for my class, and I still thought I was going to be spending like $30, $40, $50. And then I saw this one for $10 for a 6-foot tree, and I was like, it's perfect. Like, it's not gonna look the nicest, it's gonna have really sparse branches. I think for my classroom it really doesn't matter. That is the picture of it there. They always look nice in the picture, but you know, we'll have to wait and see. I'll take a picture of it when it's up at school and I'll put that in here so you can see what it looks like. And then for my school decorations, I just wanted to go really cheap. I've picked up 2 packs of tinsel for my classroom. These were $5 each, at Kmart as well, and they each have 5 meters in them. So I've got the gold and I've got the red. Those are kind of like the theme colors of what I'm going for in my classroom. One of these is going to go around the tree, and probably the gold one, and then the red one I think is going to like hang around the rest of my classroom, like around the walls and stuff. I don't know. I think with 10 meters in total of tinsel, it'll go a pretty long way. As soon as Jonathan saw the tinsel, he was like, do not tell me there's tinsel going up in our house. And I was like, nope, don't worry, because I don't really like tinsel either. Like, you get all those bits everywhere. So, not something I want in my own house, but it is the cheapest option for school. And then I've got a tree topper. This is also from Kmart. Everything that's going to school, I think, is from Kmart. $2. I mean, you really can't go wrong for $2. And that's actually everything that I've picked up for school. I've also got the kids to make their own bunting. We picked like 2 different color themes, and we've done like double-sided bunting. It's really hard to explain, but we've like stuck them back to back. So on one side we've got a green and red theme, and then on the other side we've got red, white and gold. And so both sides just say Merry Christmas but in a different color theme. So that was my way of like not having to buy Christmas bunting for my class. Oh, I lie, I did pick up one more thing for my class actually, and it's not from Kmart. I bought some ribbon to hang the bunting. So I just went to like the $2 shop that was really close to my house, and I picked up this white ribbon. I was just thinking like this is thick enough that you can hang the bunting on it easily, hopefully. I think the white will look nice like without detracting from the bunting itself. So that is going to get used at school, and then whatever is left, or even that piece once I'm finished with it that hangs the actual bunting, I'm going to bring home and use to wrap presents. Rather than buying wrapping paper, we just really like the minimal look of having brown paper and then tying a nice ribbon around it. So that is the secondary use for this ribbon once it's done its job at school. Now onto the things that I bought for my house, which are a lot more expensive because these are the things that, you know, I don't want to have to repurchase. Like, I wanted to get an expensive tree because I want it to last pretty much forever. I'm not planning on buying another Christmas tree anytime soon. This is the tree that I've decided to go with. Obviously it is still in the box. I am going to be decorating my house probably on the 1st of December, so you will see that in the next Vlogmas video that I put up. But this is the tree that I've gone with for our house. Hopefully you can see on the picture, it's got like, most of the tips are just green, but then some of them have the little white snowy bits on the end. Anyway, let me put it down a little bit. It's very heavy. This is a 2.1 meter tree. So the main reason that I went with this one is because like it doesn't look like it's going to be really sparse. Like the school one, that's like the main reason that it's cheap, right? Is because there's not a lot of tips or a lot of prongs on it. This one looks like it's a really full tree, which is kind of what I want. This was $200 and it's from the warehouse. I know that's a lot, but like I said, I don't want to be buying another Christmas tree like in 2 years, in 5 years, because I've decided that it's not very good. So I wanted to spend more money and hopefully never have to buy a Christmas tree again. I know how I said like it looks good in the picture, but it was up in the store. There was one of these that was up on display, and I don't think I would have bought it if I hadn't been able to see it like in real life. So I'm really glad they did have that display. So it looks really good, but yeah, I definitely think this is the one. Fingers crossed when I put it up I don't change my mind. And then I have a little box of decorations for the house. This is the area where I am gonna buy more. In the store I thought this would be enough, and then once I bought my Christmas tree and realized it was gonna be like 2.1 meters and it's gonna be huge, and now I'm like, this is not gonna be enough. But anyway, I'll show you what I've got. Oh, for the house, by the way, the theme that I'm going with is gold and silver. There were some really gorgeous coloured baubles in Kmart. Kmart's where I got my baubles from, by the way. There were some gorgeous blue colours, like this really aqua, amazing, vibrant blue. But I just thought like, I'll never be able to match my other decorations to that. So I decided I wanted to go with colours that would be easy to match with, like from whatever store I happen to be in. So gold and silver seemed like the best bet. So from Kmart, I've picked up this 8-pack of gold baubles. This was $3.50. And then I also got a pack of the silver baubles. These were $3 for 12, and these ones are slightly smaller. And that's all the baubles that I have for at home, and I'm thinking with a big tree like the one I've got, I'm gonna need probably a second pack of each of these. I also got a tree topper for at home. This is the Confetti Star Tree Topper. Also from Kmart, this was $5. I do actually have an order that's on the way as well. I've ordered a couple of Christmas garlands. They're coming from Australia. I think it was called the Christmas Warehouse. Actually, let me get my phone so I can tell you how much they cost. So again, I'm going to be putting these up in my next video, as long as they've arrived in time, so you should see them then. I've ordered 2 of the green balsam pine garland, gold glittered tips, pine cones, and gold berries, and those are $32.95 each. This is Australian dollars now, but it's still pretty close to New Zealand dollars. So for 2 of those, $65.90. So those are basically like the green pine, not like real pine, but the green pine, and then they've got little pine cones in them. And apparently they also have berries in them. I don't remember seeing berries in the picture. I can't even remember. Anyway, those are 2.7 meters each. So I'm thinking like one up the stair rail here, and then the other one maybe in my kitchen, like under where the cups sit or something, or like around my fireplace. Haven't quite decided yet. And then I also ordered the light green glitter and red berry spray garland. And that is 1.6 meters, and it was $35.95 Australian dollars. So that is a much more sparse one. It's basically like this little thin branch kind of thing, and then it has these little berries coming off it. So it's much more of like a decoration. I mean, they're all decoration pieces, but rather than like a big bushy thing that you could like wrap around the stairs, it's like you place it somewhere. Like it could sit on a shelf and it will look really pretty. But you certainly wouldn't be able to wrap it around anything. And then they charged me $26 for shipping, which is excessive. But yeah, now I really wanted a garland to go up the stairs rail especially. I wasn't planning on buying one that I hadn't seen in real life, but I really couldn't find anything. In Kmart, they pretty much just had green tinsel, and they were calling it a Christmas garland, and I was like, no, you are green tinsel. So that was really shit, and I didn't want to buy it. They had something very similar at the warehouse, I think, and then I looked online and like Farmers and a few other shops, and no one had anything that I was remotely interested in. Because again, I don't want to buy something super cheap and gross that I'm not going to want to put in my house next year. I want to buy something that I'm happy to reuse year after year after year. But I also didn't want to buy online without seeing it, because then I wouldn't know what the quality is like. So I've kind of taken a bit of a risk buying from an Australian website when I haven't seen it in real life and I'm just going off the pictures. The prices were pretty good though. There were some other places online where the garlands were like $80, and that was even for a shorter garland than the ones that I've gone with. So I was gonna have to buy at least 2 of them just to get it up the stairs. So that would have been, you know, $160 just right there. So I haven't spent a huge amount on these garlands. So if they're not the best, I guess it's not the end of the world. But I'm hoping that they are going to be amazing. The pictures look really good, so I have high hopes, and we'll just wait and see. And then I just have 2 more things that I picked out from Kmart for my house. So gold and silver theme. I've got this table runner in a scribble gold look. So hopefully you can see that there. I haven't unrolled it yet, but it's just going to be, you know, a table runner to go across the middle of the table to go with our gold theme. This, oh, it doesn't have the price on it actually. It wouldn't have been expensive. I think it was probably like $2 or $3. It's 150 centimeters long. Our table's quite small though. I mean, there's only 2 of us living here, so we don't have a huge table. But yeah, I just thought this would be really nice, and then put like some kind of a centerpiece in the middle of the table. Maybe we can have like our fruit bowl in the middle of the table. I think that would look nice on a gold runner, or some flowers, or I don't know. I'm gonna have to play around with styling a little bit, see what looks nice and see what I like the look of. And then the very last thing that I've got at the moment is one decoration that doesn't go on the tree. So I picked out this sign that says Merry Christmas, and then the Merry has got the sparkly silver, obviously silver being one of our theme colours, and the wood smells really nice. Obviously the Christmas is not coloured, it's just the plain wood, which even though that's not one of our themes, like I know plain wood could be a theme for Christmas, it isn't, but in our house, as you can see, we do have a lot of wood. Like our stairs are wooden, our doors wooden, the frames around our windows are wooden. There's just a lot of wooden features in our house, mostly in this darker colour, but regardless, I think this is going to tie in nicely just with what's in our house. Yeah, so I was thinking of putting this like on a windowsill or just on a shelf somewhere, but I think I need a lot more of things like this because at the moment I've got the baubles for the tree, the star topper for the tree, and then this is just on its own hanging out with the garlands. So yeah, I need more little decorations. I also need more baubles because I also want to put baubles on the garland itself. So baubles for the tree, baubles for the garland, so I don't think those 2 packets are going to be enough. But I've made a start. Hopefully I've bought all of the expensive things that I need because the $200 tree was a big ticket item for me. And the garland was also a bit of an investment because I ended up getting 2 of the really big bushy one and then also one other little one. So that came to, by the time they'd included the shipping, that came to over $100 as well. So those are like my 2 big ticket items for Christmas. And then everything else has been super cheap. Like, oh, I didn't tell you how much this was. This was $4 because it's from Kmart, but I think it still looks really nice. I think the glitter's going to come off gradually, but for $4 I'm not too worried about this. This is something that I would be happy to replace, you know, in a couple of years when the silver's rubbed off a little bit. I think for this year and probably for next year it'll be absolutely fine. Future Bronwyn popping in just from about an hour later, but still Future Bronwyn. Just to say, I missed one thing. Yes, my phone is ringing, please ignore it. I did also pick up one Christmas shirt. I've never been one really for Christmas shirts. This one I just thought was so cute. I don't normally like sparkles or like sequins or anything on my shirts, but this one just felt a little bit understated. So the reindeers are just slightly sparkly and then they have little red noses. So they're very cute. This is also from Kmart and it was $9. So one of the more expensive things I picked up. This cost almost as much as my classroom tree, but I think I'm gonna wear it a lot. Especially since we have Christmas in summer here, like you need something like this rather than a jumper or pajamas to wear at Christmas time, because it's just too hot. Anyway, back to normal time Bronwyn. Yeah, so that's everything that I bought so far. Obviously I do have a couple of things from last year, but like I said, with just the bedroom to decorate, we didn't have a whole lot of stuff. Like I said, I had the little tree, and then I've got one packet of baubles that do the little tree, so they're not even gonna touch my new tree. They will just go on the little tree like they always do. And what else have I got? I've got a Christmas Advent. You've probably seen it. If you've watched any of my other Vlogmas videos, you will have seen it. It's just a little wooden Christmas tree cutout that usually like sits on the wall, and it's got a little numbered peg for every day in December, so you just put one on each day and then by the time you get to 25 it's Christmas. I mean, that's how advent calendars work, obviously you know that. But I think that's all the Christmas stuff that we previously like already had. I am looking forward to putting all this stuff up and decorating for Christmas. I'm just trying to hold off until December at the moment, because if I put it up too early I'm gonna spend too much energy being excited now and then I'll be over it by the time it's actually Christmas. But I know if I wait until December it'll be perfect timing. So I hope you have enjoyed this video, and I hope you are looking forward to the decorating video and the rest of my Vlogmas videos. Thank you for watching, and I will see you again hopefully within a week with my next Vlogmas video. Bye!